Hi, good afternoon. My name is Josh Vincent, the sports editor here at the Daily Helmsman, and I'm alongside Zach Boyd, also the sports director over there at U92 Sports Desk. Zach, how you doing today?
I'm good, man. How about you?
I'm doing pretty good. This is our first show. We are powered by Tiger News. We are going to talk about all things Memphis Tigers, and right now it's football season. And Zach, let's jump right into it. The Memphis Tigers, they have a first conference game coming up on Saturday against the Navy. But prior to that, they blew out the Mercer Bears 66-14. It was Brady White's first time playing in over 2 years in his debut. Over 500 yards. What were your thoughts about Brady?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing that we talked about heading in the offseason with the quarterbacks was, can they just limit the turnovers? And that was Brady's job in the first game. He limited the turnovers. He got into the hands of his playmakers, and they took care of the rest. The big play, the screen play with Patrick Taylor Jr., the little wheel route to Darrell Henderson, the slant, and even the sluggo to DeMonte Coxey that could have went for a touchdown.
Exactly.
He got into the hands of his playmakers. They took care of the rest, and that was pretty much it. And then on top of that, the defense as well really put a vice grip on the Bears as well. Like the first 3 or 4 possessions for the Bears ended up in 3 and outs or a turnover with the pick six with T.J. Carter. So overall, as a performance in the first half, it was really, really good.
That's very true. That's very true. Again, Brady White passed for over 358 yards, 5 touchdowns. And this was his first game in 2 years.
Yeah, from a foot fracture.
Right. That was very interesting. We actually got a chance to speak with White right after the game. Again, they won 66-14, and this is exactly what he had to say about his performance.
Yeah, I mean, I think I didn't really have much nerves. I had some butterflies just out of excitement, and Liberty Bowl is a great venue. We have awesome fans, and just anticipation for the season to start. But no, I wasn't nervous. I think that's a credit to how we prepare throughout the week. We were ready to go, and I think we did a good job showcasing that tonight.
All right, so as mentioned, the Memphis Tigers are going to get ready to take on up in Annapolis the Navy. How difficult will that be for them to come out with a victory? The Navy has never lost 2 in a row in more than a few years.
Yeah, I think this game particularly is going to decide the championship. I think the last 2 years, the Navy game, Memphis versus Navy game, decided the champion of the West Division. So this is obviously a big game. But I think the Tigers, they do have a good chance of winning this game. And I think everything's going to rely heavily on their defense of staying disciplined. Now, last year they won a gritty game, I believe it was 30-27 or 25. Austin Hall with 2 interceptions in that game, one to seal the deal on Zach Abey. So the defense last year was pretty solid, but you had a lot of young guys that were playing out of position or were missing their assignments. You got a full off season with these guys. These guys are has a year of experience with them. So that triple option might be still tricky, but you still got Bryce Huff, Tim Hart, and a lot of those other young guys, J.J. Russell, that learned that system last year, and now they'll probably have a better feel of it. I mean, still going to be tricky trying to keep an eye on the ball, but they have a better feel of it. And I think the defense, they can really make a difference in this game if they can slow down that triple option.
And exactly, you mentioned about the defense. What do you listen to this stat right here. Hawaii played Navy on Saturday as well. They won 59-41. Hawaii had a total of 522 offensive yards, which of 436 of them were passing yards. Talking about Brady White, over 300 and something yards. If you're Mike Norvell in this offense, how are you going to approach this Navy's defense? Because it seems like as long as you're passing the ball, the Navy can't do absolutely anything to stop you.
Yeah, I think the last couple of years, the Navy's defense really figured out the Tigers really somehow, some way slowed down that Tiger offense. And a little bit of that has to do with the triple option of the Navy offense, just holding on the ball for a very long time. And then when the Tigers are realizing, we're down 7, we got to get a quick 7. 3 and out, kick it back. Drain the more clock down, score another 7. You're down 14-0 within midway through the second quarter. So I think the biggest thing for the Tiger offense is just to try to stay patient and not do everything all at once. Because we saw with the Mercer game, they ran their offense. You saw the running game. You saw the passing game. You saw the little screens, the little bubble actions from the receivers from the Brady White to the receivers. So if they just stay patient enough and let the defense kind of just slowly just figure out this defense, the triple option, I think they'll have a chance to pull this victory out of Indianapolis.
Yeah, and again, the Navy had a total of 411 yards. 326 of them were rushing on 49 attempts. So do you think this Memphis Tigers defense can stop the run game with the Navy?
I think so. You got a lot of downhill runners, especially in that linebacker crew with Tim Hart and Curtis Akins leading the way. Like I said, that D line has to stay firm the entire game. You cannot let any type of penetration. You cannot let the offense push you off that line. I think that's the whole point with the battle of the trenches. Like you want to make sure that you winning the line of scrimmage every single time that ball is snapped. And obviously with O'Brien Goodson, John Tate, JoJo Dorsey, those guys, they're gonna hold. I believe they can hold up that defensive line, hold up the line of scrimmage long enough for the linebackers to kind of just be patient, looking for the ball, and then attack. Just seeing the ball and reacting to it.
Understand. And in my personal opinion, I think this game is really going to fall on the shoulders of Brady White. You had a great game against the FCS opponent. You had a great game against Mercer. You threw for over 300 and something yards. But it's really going to come down to, you're in Annapolis, Maryland now. You're on CBS. You're on the national televised game, right in the heart of the day. Can you perform at that level? We actually spoke with Brady White after the game at Mercer, and he spoke about his confidence and how he can use what he did last Saturday coming up to this Saturday.
This game's behind us now. We got Navy, who's a really good opponent. Going to have to, get to the film right away, start studying them up, and then it's a conference opponent, week 2. We got to go in there with our minds right and get ready to handle business. Just execution, like I said, just preparing, understanding the game plan, doing my best to be ready so that I can help this offense succeed. And then when we get on the field, just execute, take care of the ball, take what the defense gives me, and hopefully put up points and get a W.
All right, so this is it. I'll put you on the spot. Everybody at the University of Memphis everybody is watching this right now. Or at least we hope they are. Who do you have winning? Memphis, Navy, Annapolis, Maryland. What you got?
I think you gotta go with Memphis because that performance by Hawaii on that Navy's defense is that was very disheartening. It's just the fact that the score was still close because Navy had their triple option, but it's just the defense gave up so many yards and so many passing touchdowns that you can only just sit there and just look at this Memphis offense and look at the talent that they have, and you can say, my goodness, like they can literally put 70 more points on the board next week.
Right, that's true.
And Hawaii, they don't even have like elite players. But they have a really good offense, a really spread offense that can go vertical. So I think Memphis can win this game. Just get out of your own way. Be patient with the football. You don't have to rush. I know Norvell's offense is all about tempo and speed, but you don't have to rush or be in a hurry to score a quick 7 because Navy, they're going to hold the ball out a little longer. But I do think a Memphis offense can put up enough points on this Navy's defense, and I think the defense of the Tigers are smart enough to hold down and find the ball in that triple option.
I'm nervous about Brady White. Again, you're going into Annapolis, Maryland. You're playing against this powerful defense of the Navy, and you have to make sure you get it to your options. You got to get it to these guys, and you're on the biggest stage of your career so far at this point. Again, this man hasn't played in 2 years.
Well, you got to remember, like he played in that the game against UCLA before he fractured his foot. And I think at one point, like they were up in that game, or they were like in like neck and neck in that game with UCLA right before he injured his foot.
That's true.
So bright lights, I don't think he's going to be fazed by it. I think for a lot of quarterbacks that's going to be playing on the road for the first time in the second week, you're going to have some jitters because it's like, okay, we're on the road. I got to stay connected to my guys, and so you want to try to make sure you be the perfect quarterback on the road. But I think Brady will be fine. I mean, do I expect I think I can expect an interception in this game
Right.
from Brady White because it happens.
Exactly.
But I still think that the offense will get it done. I still think the defense will figure out the triple option, and it's gonna be Memphis.
And, this game, even though Navy did lose against Hawaii, I feel like this game is really going to show us what this Memphis team is all about. Because if Brady White, let's say he throws that interception, let's say he bobbled that snap and have a fumble and it cost them or something like that, but you still somehow managed to win that game. That shows that this guy is ready and prepared, and they could possibly really run the tables in this conference.
Going on the road shows mental toughness. Going on the road and win shows your mental toughness. And so that's always the biggest thing that you want to come in every game. It's like, can you be mentally tough when you make the mistakes?
That's true.
And so far, like I said, we didn't see a lot of mistakes from the first team. They actually got it done. I mean, except for the bobble and the fumble from Patrick Taylor in the red zone. But besides that, they've been pretty much perfect. So do I expect them to come on the road and be perfect? No, because I expect, a turnover or two to kind of, put things in perspective for him. But I do think that he will figure it out and he'll get the job done.
All right, man. Well, again, the Navy will host the Memphis Tigers this coming Saturday. The Daily Helmsman will be live from Annapolis, Maryland, around 3:25 Eastern Time. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram at The Daily Helmsman, and also follow Tiger News as well on Twitter and Facebook. Do you all have a Twitter and Facebook over there at 92 Sports Desk?
Well, we don't have one, but you can follow me at The Zach Boyd Show on Twitter.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, you can tweet me your thoughts and your concerns.
For sure, definitely. Hey, well, Zach, I definitely appreciate you coming on tonight.
No problem.
Again, Josh Vincent, your sports editor here at the Daily Helmsman, alongside Zachary Boyd. Man, it's going to be a great matchup between the Navy and Memphis, and I'm looking forward to heading up to Annapolis this Saturday. And thank you all for joining us on our first show. Every week we will have a show talking about all things Memphis Tigers, basketball, football, volleyball, whatever is happening with Memphis Tigers. We're there to talk about it. Have a good one. Bye. Why are we still laughing?